First, God made the man called Adam. But even with all the animals to care for and play with, Adam was lonely. So God made the woman, Eve. God blessed them both and told them to enjoy everything in the world that He had made. But although they were in charge of the world, they must always obey God. He loved them and knew what was best for them. They would be as happy as long as they did as He told them. God gave Adam and Eve a beautiful garden to live in. There were trees laden with ripe fruit for them to eat. Pick the fruit and eat it freely, God told them. But do not eat the fruit from that one tree in the middle of the garden. That is the tree of the knowledge of good and evil. If you eat the fruit from that tree, you will die. Nothing could spoil the happiness of Adam and Eve in the Garden of Eden. One day, the snake, who was the most cunning of all the creatures in the garden, whispered to Eve, "Did God really say that you must not eat any of the fruit from these lovely trees?" "Of course not," Eve replied. "We can eat all the fruit we want, except for just that one tree over there. God says that we must not eat that fruit, for if we do, we shall die." "That's not true," the snake hissed softly. "God knows that if you eat that fruit, you will be as wise and clever as He is. That is why He has told you not to." Eve looked with new eyes at the luscious fruit that hung in clusters from the forbidden tree. How lovely it looked! She thought how wonderful it would be to become as wise as the snake had promised. Then, her mind made up, she quickly picked up one of the tempting fruits. They had disobeyed the wise and loving God who was their creator and friend. God then spoke to each of them in turn. He explained that by disobeying Him, they had spoiled His lovely world. "You can no longer stay in this garden," God said. With heavy hearts, Adam and Eve left the beautiful Garden of Eden. God's messengers, with swords of flame, guarded the gates of the paradise that mankind had lost, so it seemed, forever.